Hello guys and welcome in Dota 2 for beginners. My name is Yegwen and I'll be your pilot today. So, what are the topics we'll be discussing in this specific episode? First of all, I will talk about the subject of lanes. What are the lanes? Which one is top, which one is bot, and more importantly, which one is safe, which one is hard. Then we will talk about the locations of the shops on the map. We will talk about the jungle, how it works, what are the respawn timers, etc. We will talk about the runes that appear on the middle river and how to best tackle them. And we will also talk about the creature Roshan and what it means, what it gives you. So if you're just starting your adventure with Dota, you will probably find a lot of useful facts in this tutorial. If you're an advanced player, then I hope you don't find any nonsense in what I'm just explaining. So let's go to the game itself. First of all, as I said, there are as in any other MOBA game out there, there are 3 lanes on the map. One is called top, and this is the one I have just drawn the line on, the top line. Then we have the middle lane, of course, that's in the middle, as simple as that, and we have the bottom lane, also called the bot. Now, these lanes also have different names depending on which side are you playing. You can call one of the side lanes, you can call an easy lane or a safe lane, and the other one you can call a hard lane. There's also a name of suicide lane, but that's if you're playing solo. So, anyway, one of the lanes can be safe, and why does that happen? So, this is a battle already in progress, so it won't show up as good as, but if we look at the map, then the place where the creep waves meet, if you don't delay them for any time, is here, and of course here. So these are the corners of the map, here and here. Now if you take a look, then the distance between that spot and the nearest tower varies. So right here, if the mobs meet here, then the players on the Radiant side have an easier time because they are fighting very near to their tower. It's very safe for them, and they can easily gank the opponents. If the enemy players are here, they are very easy to gank because you can surprise them from the woods. You can make a trap around here. It's very easy. Now for the dire players, this lane is called the hard lane because you are very far away from the spot where the creeps meet by default. Now, if you look at the other side of the map, for the dire players, this lane is safe because the creeps meet around here, and the distance between this spot and the tower is very short. Now, as far as it goes for the Radiant side, you can take a look about how long this line is between the spot where the mobs meet and where your tower is. So, to sum up, the safe lane is where the creeps meet closer to your tower, and that's it. Now, the other fact about the map you may have heard about is the jungle, and many players say, oh, I'll be jungling this game. What does it mean? This jungling is leaving one of the lanes, usually the safe lane, to your teammates and allowing them to gain more experience, because then you will be moving around the jungle, which is either here for the dire or here for the Radiant. And the jungle has some creeps, and usually if you're a good jungler you can keep up with the experience or even be better at gaining experience than people who play at the lanes. You are very useful also to your teammates because you can jump out of the bushes and you can gank the opponents. So that's very nice and sweet, and everyone will love you for that because it's more cash, more experience, more rewards and better levels for all of your team. So that's the benefit of jungling. In professional Dota 2 games, it's very rare not to have a jungler because that means you leave your jungle wasted, and all of that experience and cash is completely wasted. So you have the dire jungle, which some people say is kinda easier, but it's not that much easier. And then you have the Radiant jungle, which is here. Now, all of the jungles have something that's called camps, and in the camps you have a group of mobs, and you know, by killing them you gain experience. Now these mobs vary in difficulty because some of them are level 2 or 3, and this group, for example, is very easy to take down, while this one has a mob which is level 5. This one also has a mob or 2 mobs which are level 5, and they are more difficult to kill for a beginning player. Or the wolves, who have a lot of critical hit chance, and they are a pain in the butt. So anyway, I will talk more about that in one of the next tutorials, but I just wanted to tell you that there is such a thing as a jungle, and you can in fact level very effectively there. Now the other places that you can find on the map, opposite of the jungle on the other side of the map, is where the ancients are. So ancients are like, you can think about them like elite mobs, because they have much more higher levels than the jungle, and they give more cash rewards, more gold, and more experience. But they are much more difficult and beefier to take down. So these are on the opposite side of the river from your jungle, and when you are jungling and you reach high enough level and you are quite safe to go to your opponent's side of the map and kill the ancients, that's why that's when you'll be gaining these bonus rewards from killing them. Okay, now one important fact to remember about the jungle is every camp that is here respawns every minute. So at 0:0 each minute the camp respawns, but under the condition that you are not looking at the location. So if you have a ward placed, if you stand near a jungle camp, then the mobs won't spawn, and you will lose the gold by not having to kill them later. There's also a technique called denying camps, where you place the wards in such a way that they just deny the camp spawning at all at the beginning of the game, so that makes it very hard for the jungler of the opposite team. Anyway, but before the camps spawn, at the very first minute, there is a 30 seconds delay. So if you're a jungler, you cannot enter your jungle and see any of the spawns for 30 seconds, otherwise you will block them yourselves and you will have less farm for later in the game. Okay, the next topic are the runes. The runes, as you can see, there is a double damage rune here, and there is nothing here. There are 2 rune locations on the map. One is here on the river, and the second one is just on the opposite side of the map, and they can spawn a couple of types of the runes. That's not important in this tutorial. I will have a separate tutorial covering the runes, but they can give you bonuses like double damage, create illusions of yourself, or make you go invisible, etc, etc. So anyway, how do the runes work? On the map, runes respawn every 2 minutes, every equal 2 minutes. So the first rune appears on 0:0 on one random side of the map, so it can appear on the bottom or on the top, but it will appear. So you can use your teammates to guard that spot and make sure that the opponent doesn't get that rune. Now, the next time you go looking for a rune is at the 2 minutes mark, then at 4 minutes mark, then at 6 minute mark, 8 minute mark, 10 minute mark, etc, etc. So runes respawn every 2 minutes, but you need to take the rune in order for it to respawn, otherwise it will just be lying there. If you're very lucky and you pick the rune just before respawning, it can spawn at the same location, and then you can get 2 runes at the same time. But that doesn't happen too often in the games, because usually someone manages to take the rune. So every 2 minutes. Now there's another baby on the map that you call Roshan, and Roshan is the ultimate mob here. He has a level 30, and he's like the boss on the map. And after you kill that boss, he gives you the item Aegis of the Immortal, which is kind of like a free respawn for you. So if you die during a battle, it just works, and you jump out of your grave. You're very lucky, and you can keep on fighting, but the item disappears. So Aegis of the Immortals gives you immortality in a way that you have 1 free respawn, and yeah. Anyway, after killing the Roshan, before it respawns, it takes another 10 minutes. So right now the Roshan is being killed. if they killed him, let's say at 19-minute mark, then you can do, and it's a very useful technique. After someone kills the Roshan, either you or the enemy team, you can always note the time. So let's say they killed it at 19:15. Okay, so you just say that to the team, 19:15, and then if you forget the time that the Roshan has been killed, then you can just press enter, and you will see exactly what time was it, and if 10 minutes have elapsed. So if they would kill him at 19:15, then the next one would appear at 29:15, and then you can go for another Aegis of the Immortals. So Roshan has a respawn timer, but it is very related to the moment of his death. Okay, now the other element of the map, very important, and the beginning, I saw that, you know, starting players don't kind of know about this, and they have played some MOBA game earlier, either, well, most likely League of Legends, but they don't know that there are other shops on the map. So first of all, you have a shop in your base. This guy here, this bloke is a merchant, and the opposing team also has a merchant. This guy sells most of your items. You can get most of what you want for your builds from him, but some of the ingredients are bought from the secret shop, and the secret shopkeeper is this guy located in your side of the map, or this guy for the Dire team. And they don't have many items, but these items are the most powerful items in the game. They don't have any active effects or anything like that. They are just very powerful, and most likely they are used to create more and more powerful items combined from many different ones. Now, I said that this guy sells most of the items in the game. Yes, but also in Dota 2 there is a place called a side shop, and side shop is this little cheeky fellow that sells some of the items that you can buy in the basic shop. So from him you can buy well, some of the items that you would normally get from a secret shop, or some of the items you would normally get from your own shop. So this guy here is used to be purchasing items. Well, he has ingredients for like power threads, so we can buy both of the things needed for power threads. This belt and this gloves of haste. You can buy some nice rings to create a soul ring, I think. Yeah, you can. You will need also the recipe later, but anyway, this guy is very useful, and when you are learning your orders, your build orders, and you know, what sort of items do you need to create for your character, then you can take into account the items that this guy has. And we can see the Roshan is being taken down, and boom! The Roshan has been taken down, and there's an information for both of the teams saying that, okay, the Roshan has been killed. That's 21:49, or like 45. I'm a spectator, so I see this clock ticking, but if you're not a spectator, you just want to note the time like this, 21:45, let's say. And then on 31:45 I will go there to check, and possibly I will be able to prepare myself for killing Roshan with my teammates. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is the basic overview of what can be found on the map. So to summarize, we have hard and the safe lane. The hard lane is the lane on which your mobs are further away from you. It's the lane that has no jungle next to it. Then we have spoke about the runes. Runes respawn every 2 minutes, every equal 2 minutes. They do not depend on the timer when you have picked them up. Then we have Roshan. Roshan, after he's killed, he needs to take a chill for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes he gets back from his drinking with his buddies, and he joins the game again to give you one more Aegis of the Immortal, which makes you invincible, at least for the period of one time being killed. Okay, and we have three basic locations of the shop. There's the shop in your base. By the way, you can also purchase items in the opponent's base. If it's the end of the game, you just want that Divine Reaper very hard, then you can purchase that in the opponent's base. That's very annoying for them. There are the side shops, which are located on the side lanes, and there is also the secret shop, which is located in the opposite part of your side of the map, where there is no jungle. So I think that's it. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Let me know if you find it helpful. I will keep them going, keep them coming. I will keep making more tutorials. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Yegwen, and see you later till the next tutorial. Bye bye.